why do I have hiccups? What's going on, Secoya Nation? Dr. Shirley bringing today's wellness wisdom, and we're going to bring you talking about hiccups today. And we had the fortune of caring for several different babies over the past year. We seem to have one, every couple months that comes into the Secoya family, and we would love babies, little scrunchy little things. I just wish I had more of them. Sarah said shop's closed, but I said I could have 10 of them. She's like, you're crazy. I said, okay, fine. So these little guys tend to get refluxy, hiccupy, stuff like that. In fact, my 6-year-old gets hiccups. So we're diving into what's going on with the hiccups and help you understand what it is. I want to give a shout out to Sarah, thanking her for prompting us with this question, because I don't know if she gets the hiccups or if someone she knows get the hiccups, but certainly we appreciate the opportunity to talk about it because it's relevant for you, and we don't just make stuff up and put it out there, so we appreciate that opportunity. So let's talk about why does it happen, what causes it, and stuff like that. So from a physiological standpoint, I typically think about the gallbladder and a colic in the diaphragm, which then causes the expulsion of air, if you will. Doing research for this, it's pretty interesting because it's a concept of what is the gap between what we're thinking and what we're saying or doing. So that's where hiccup comes into play. It can also be from a further end of the spectrum would be fear of death. That could be fear of like strangulation, drowning, suffocation, things like that. So it's like moving the diaphragm to force more air. It's getting better oxygenation. That's the function of it. And so oftentimes if we drink too fast, people that have been drinking too much alcohol or eating too much food or too fast can cause a hiccup. Again, it's that spasm of the diaphragm. It's like, yep. It's kind of annoying, right? People say, well, just drink water upside down or hold your breath or try to scare the crap out of you. It doesn't work.
Taking an OptiLipo, that works.
Yes, absolutely. If you need to, chew it, which doesn't taste great, not a great breath mint, but OptiLipo is a great tool for avoiding the hiccups, especially if you're eating fatty foods or rich meals and stuff like that, a lot of oils and stuff like that. So when we eat too fast, it's like it blocks our airway, and apropos. And then our brain has to say, okay, we got to get more oxygen there, so it forces that hiccup again. And so, why are we eating so fast? What are we afraid of losing? What are we afraid of being cut off from? That's a question, right? It's like a fear of lack and things like that. Ultimately, like the last concept is apparently in fish there's this primordial reflex where if they feel like there's they're prey to a predator's around, they'll fake an apnea. They're like, oh. And they'll stop moving, they'll stop expanding their gills. And then, of course, the hiccup is what forces the oxygenation back in. And so, if you're a human and you feel like there's a predatory person in your space, and you're like, you freeze up, like all of a sudden your diaphragm like, oh, okay, I gotta get the air back in, the oxygen, so it starts hiccuping again, or hiccuping for that matter. So these are just interesting concepts to help you understand like what might be the backstory behind what your brain's processing, and you might be aware like, I was just having dinner with my family. Well, there's no predator around. You don't know what's going on with your brain. Half of us don't know what's going on from day to day, much less what happened. We got triggered 2 minutes ago. Happens all the time. So, use this as a guiding tool to say, oh, I'm observing myself and observing others, because that's going to help you really feel like you're in connection with your body. Your body doesn't make mistakes. There's nothing different, wrong about your body. Hiccups are not like a mistake. So hopefully this makes sense as far as how your body's processing things. So if you like these little tidbits and you like these little ideas, make your comment below, share your concept with us, but also sign up for our email list, because we send out information all the time that will be beneficial and expand your horizons and help you see the deeper meaning behind maybe a diagnosis you've received. Because we're here to help you ditch the diagnosis and help you feel like you're empowered to feel your best and live your best life. So if you have the hiccups, as Nissa said, OptiLipo first before meals. Okay. Secondly, don't drink water upside down. Not going to fix it. Listen back to this and figure out what the themes are for you and where you might see a common thread in your lifetime, okay, or in your life currently, and or those people you love, okay? We'll sign off for tonight. We'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow. All right, have a good night.